That's pretty cool. Way to do it.
It makes things so much easier later on.
That's awesome.
This is Jackie with your All Access interview. I'm here with the MC Lars at the Buffalo Stop Fans Warp Tour. Now, an MC and sort of electronic music is semi-new to the Warp Tour scene. The Beatport stage has been a part of Warp for a couple of years.
Yep.
How do you make sure that you get the attention of all those kids out there and get them to come over to your stage?
That's a good question, because it definitely is like one of the smaller stages, and Warp Tour you compete so much with all the other bands. I go out in the morning and like high five all the kids and talk to them about their shirts and whatever. I wear this, which is always like a conversation piece, and like just make sure I try to connect with everyone in line. We try to put up like 300 posters in the morning with our set times and really active on social media. And I guess what I do is it's like a niche within a niche. But I feel like meeting everyone really helps, because you tell them the set time and you make a personal connection, and they're like, oh yeah, I'll come see you. So that's kind of it. Like electronic music and hip hop is so digital, you really need that corporeal element, like the human interaction. And it helps that this is our 3rd year, so people recognize us from like the compilations and previous years, and it's really nice to see it growing. So yeah.
How do you make sure that you keep the visual element as well as the audio element when you're performing on stage?
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, I have a live drummer, and he plays to Ableton, and we have 2 giant scrims, and we have a very like theatrical show. We bring people up, we bring audience members to help perform the songs, and so we try to keep it interesting. We had there was a ska band called Stacked Like Pancakes, and the horn section came up to play with us every day. So
we know them.
Are you serious?
Yeah, small world.
They're amazing. Yeah, shout out to them.
Their band name and their band. I mean, it's pretty great.
They're cool.
So yeah, having a horn section come up, I mean, that's definitely not something you would expect to hear from a set.
No.
What are some other musicians that you pull influences from, or that you might add pieces to in your set?
Well, I've always loved Weird Al, because I love how he does every genre, you know? I think hip-hop runs the risk of taking itself too seriously or being too similar. So I love how he'll take a pop culture aesthetic or a specific song and use that to make like a serious point. So the humor in him has always been, since I was a kid, you know, he's so timeless. I love the punk rock energy of like Minor Threat and Black Flag. We have like a punk song called Hot Topic Is Not Punk Rock that's based on a Minor Threat drum pattern. So I think what I try to do is just keep it diverse musically. Like punk and old school rap are my 2, hardcore and old school rap are my 2 favorites. And sometimes you can mix them together and that's horrible, but if you do it well, it really works. Because it's the same energy, you know?
And you've really great taste in music, that helps too.
Whoa! Thank you.
Where were you from, by the way?
I'm from Oakland, California.
Okay.
How about you?
I was going to assume so from the hat, but you know.
You
could be a weirdo like me who's from New Jersey but lives outside of DC and is a Redskins fan, so you never know.
That's crazy.
So, in Oakland, rather, what are some radio stations that you find yourself tuning to when you're at home?
Well, Live 105 has always played us. They're like the local rock station. KZSU, I went to Stanford and I was a teacher. That's 90.3. It's good, dude. They're great. They're like South Bay. So those are my 2 favorites.
So what's up next for you after work?
I'm doing a headline fall tour. We're going to do some dates with Kangaroo who are on the tour. I'm working on a hip-hop puppet show.
A hip-hop puppet show.
Yep. So
that sounds amazing.
Thank you.
I'm trying to figure out how are we talking like small hand puppets or like people-sized puppets?
It's very Muppets influenced, like this size puppets that represent all the different elements of hip-hop culture. They rap, and it's going to be cool. We've been working on it for a while, but the plan is to launch it next year.
That sounds like fun.
So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So it's a big year. It's a joyful year.
Excellent. Well, stay tuned for much more from MC Lars. This is Jackie. Thanks to All Access and In the Key of Change.
Thanks, Jackie. That was sight.
Hilarious.
Thank you.
Can you come